All right. Wow, that's pretty smooth. No fumbling around, no idle chatter, no confusion.
It's unlike us.
Yeah, I know. Suddenly you push that button on cue.
Yes, we are E-Talk Repeat. We're back. Another episode, another week. I'm Ash Watkins, the Hamburguesa Principesa of Las Vegas. You can find me at Ash the Attorney on all platforms. Yes, because I am an injury attorney by day.
Yes,
so,
by day. Yeah.
Find me there, and then, go for it.
You got the bona fides to prove it. By day, a humble personal injury attorney, just making the world a safer place. Mm-hmm. By night, a galloping gastronome, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Huh? Oh, me?
You. Little old you. Who are you?
I'm hot. And I mean, wow. I'm John Curtas, the infuriated epicure. Ooh. And I have lots to be infuriated about today, as you'll hear later in the show.
Oh, I'm nervous, and we're E-Talk Repeat. Find us at E-Talk Repeat everywhere. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe to the show. Leave reviews. We love 5 stars, all those things. Be sure to go to our website, etalkrepeat.com, and subscribe to the newsletter, the Amuse Bouche.
Yes. Every Wednesday, it's must-read internet.
5 a.m. It shows up bright and early, and it's a fun little addition, supplement, side dish to this. And email us, cheers@etalkrepeat.com, hate mail, questions, fan mail, all things, right. Your own pet peeves, all the things.
We want to hear from everyone, even the numbskulls at Las Vegas Foodies Facebook page.
Yep, exactly. Yes.
Has there ever been a bigger group of nincompoops in the world than that populate that Facebook page?
Gosh, I started out so strong. I found it, and
you were hate reading it.
I was hate reading it. It was like watching NASCAR,
yeah.
And now I want to start my own. But I really wish you could downvote people. This is where Facebook flaws and
right.
Reddit wins.
Everything's got to be like up and happy.
Yeah, no, you should be able to like relegate people or kick people off the island. And
I actually couldn't help myself. I hate scroll through it too sometimes, but sometimes I get so mad because they just are there any good hamburgers in Las Vegas?
Every 3 hours.
Yeah, there was one, I can't remember what it was. I said that's just one of the dumbest questions I've ever heard. And then there's just hundreds of people chiming in. Okay.
I was talking to James Trees, and I saw him troll someone on that site.
Yeah.
Someone was like, I'm debating between Nora's and Esther's Kitchen, and he chimes in and says, go to Nora's.
Yeah. If that's your debate, you've answered your own question.
Yeah. Okay. So, this is going to be a fun show. We've got a lot of places to run through later on. Swaad, SWAAD. Bob Taylor's Ranch House.
That was a fun night.
Class.
Yeah, Class. Again,
Ecote Sound, as usual. Hung Up on Wine.
That was interesting.
Crush Pad.
Prepare to be crushed.
What else did we do?
And you made it through Elia, Authentic Greek Taverna. I did not due to family indigestion.
Yes, but you also, I forgot, you went to Ada's and Publicus and Life's a Bagel. I think you've also gone to those places. Or you posted them?
Yes, I did.
Okay,
so
God. We'll get into those later
What was the first one you said again?
Ada's.
Ada's. I thought we did Ada's last week.
No, you went after we recorded.
That's right. Okay, and then what was in Life's a Bagel, and then was in...
you got your Publicus freebies.
Oh yeah, Publicus freebie because the Nevada Power wasn't doing its job.
Yeah, it must be nice to just take a day off. Okay, let's get into the meat.
The meat of the matter, the food news you can use.
Yes. Okay, so it's been all things soccer in and around the world. It's the World Cup, John. You've been watching? You've been watching. We had to record
Je suis désolé.
Oh yeah, you were a Frenchie.
Yeah, the French really shit the bed.
They did.
They picked the worst. They picked the biggest game of the year to play their worst game of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That was sad. But gotta love the Spanish too. But then I was rooting for England.
Yeah.
and they really tanked.
They did.
I mean, France kind of looked flat and dull throughout the whole game. England looked like they were going to win, and then they fell apart. They were like the Atlanta Falcons in that Super Bowl game. Remember that?
Yes.
Remember that 24-3, and they
Yes.
still managed to lose the game.
Yeah, England was like some mushy peas.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the theme of the World Cup finals, which is Spain versus Argentina, John, do you have any like Spanish or Argentinian restaurants that you could recommend to listeners who want to be festive?
I actually thought about going to the first one because we've eaten there a lot. We've talked about it on the show a couple of years ago. Rincon, Buenos Aires, which has 2 locations now. The original one is on Spring Mountain Road. I thought about going there, but I bet it was just a madhouse. Because there's pictures of Diego Maradona and Messi all over the place in calmer years. Okay, so I'm sure they're packed to the gills. But that's a great place for your Argentinian. And I looked it up. Is it Argentinian or Argentine? The correct answer is both. Yes.
Or is it Argentines?
Argentines or Argentinians?
It's interesting. I feel like the broadcaster's been calling them the Argentines.
Argentines.
Yeah.
Let's call them Argentines. Argentines, whatever. Teens, times. You say teens, I say times.
We call them the Argents.
But anyway, you can call them either one. Argentines is more British and a little more formal.
Oh, look at me.
Okay, and that's the difference.
So there's another spot.
Yeah,
it's over kind of like industrial, over by Cureton Way-ish in that back.
Right, like down behind, like where the
Allegiant Stadium.
It's called Made in Argentina.
Concina.
So I've driven past it a few times.
I've eaten there.
That's right, you have.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. It's just a little cafe for a work spot, but they do empanadas, sandwiches. Right. What is it? The lomito completo.
Yeah, which is the
sandwich with all the meats.
And then they do the little fillets, and they do those giant paradillas, I think they call them.
That's at Rincon.
And Rincon, which is where you roast all the meats. I mean, it is just a meat buffet roasting in front of you in charcoal, and it's great. It's great for a crowd too.
It really is.
A bunch of beefy guys, and they have great Argentine wines. And Argentine wines at Rincon, Buenos Aires, the most expensive wine I think is $55 on the list.
Wow.
And good Malbecs. Okay, so they're not soaking you in wine. So
now Spain.
España, I would go 3 places. Jaleo in the Cosmo.
Course, yes.
Casa de Raku, although, and I think they have a TV in Casa de Raku.
They do. I've watched a hockey game.
And then Amador. Those would be my 3. Sadly, remember there used to be lots of Spanish restaurants, and they all closed.
Jamón,
Pamplona. At one point, we had this explosion of Spanish food, and then it's just all kind of died down again. So, but Amador is great. I mean, that's more of just a full service sit down restaurant, and that's not a place to watch a game in. But Casa de Raku and Jaleo, I'm sure will have TV set up in Jaleo. And Jaleo's got a great bar too, right?
It does.
Within the huge paella pit right there. So if I was going to go to a Spanish restaurant, I would venture onto the strip and get a bar stool at Jaleo.
Good call.
Yeah, so that's let's go. Let's move on to
Durango Social Club, it used to be Chamana, the brunch spot. It's by Dan Cromer. It's in that shopping center.
It's searching for an identity.
Yeah, and it's with Other Mama, his other spot. And when it stopped being Chamana, he reopened it as Durango Social Club, and it was going to be kind of this dinner series, and it invited a bunch of guest chefs to come in, one of which was Tyler Vorse, that's doing Lily, I think somewhere in Chinatown. But now, apparently, they're rotating No Mas, and they've found a kind of a permanent partnership with Christina Mama Nguyen.
Nguyen, formerly of District 1.
Yeah.
For 11 years at District 1, when I thought it was, and many thought it was the best Vietnamese restaurant in Chinatown, which means in Las Vegas. So, and we're big fans of Christina Nguyen. So I can't wait to see that opening up.
Yeah, it's apparently Wednesday to Saturday, 5 to 9 p.m. And John, there's one thing on the menu that I think has your name written all over it.
And not yours.
And not mine.
And an X through Ash's name on it.
Yeah. Fried mortadella banh mi.
Yes.
Why do you like mortadella?
Mortadella is the apotheosis of pork. That's why. It's, if you ever have in Italy, and these giant, some of them are 10 feet long, and they're about this
You
big
tag me
around.
in all of them when you're there.
And they slice it thin, and it's this slow cured, sweet porky with the chunks
Cancer.
of lard in it.
The cancer spots.
I mean, and there's something so subtly meaty about it that I find it, and it's just the perfect hors d'oeuvre for us, for a Italian meal. And it's filling, but it's not. It's meaty, but it's not filling. If meat can be refreshing, mortadella is refreshing. Yes, and you've just got to just close your eyes and let the silky porkiness wash over your tongue.
Not the first time I've heard someone say that. Okay, you know what? I'll try.
Give it a go
I
sometime.
will, but I prefer my prosciutto.
The fried mortadella gives me pause, but I'll try it. I do love
It just
mortadella.
looks like Oscar Mayer bologna.
Well, because bologna is just a cheap, shitty version of the real thing. But with a lot of things, the real thing is ethereal.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got to open your mind up.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Other update, Meraki Greek Grill has opened their 6th location here in the Arts District. I think last week we said they were in the little container park on Commerce. They're not.
They're right before it. I know because the food gal and I drove past it
Mm-hmm.
yesterday morning, and we said, oh, there it is, right before this little container park that's kind of wedged in sideways on Commerce. So
Yeah, it's right there on Commerce in between Utah and Wyoming.
Yeah.
It looks like a very cool little build out. I'm excited. A lot of people in our office are also stoked. They were big fans of Meraki, just not close enough to them. And
I just, wonder as Main Street in the Arts District migrates south that way, how much magnetic pull of customers, can they have as they go farther and farther south? That's what I wonder about, because that's a good 3 or 4 blocks from where we are right now.
oh yeah,
Right. And it's nice, and there's a big apartment building about to open up right across the street from it.
yeah. And the parking structure is going on, I think, at the corner of Utah or
Right,
something.
like 2 blocks in the other direction.
Yes,
Yeah.
Casino Center.
Right.
So, yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I'm fingers crossed. I'm just glad it's not another brew pub.
Right.
Yeah. So
Right.
Remember last week I was glad that the juice bar was not another brew pub.
Yeah, I
think we've-
had you.
I think we've reached peak brew pub. Have we? Let's hope so.
I think we're at peak bar. Brewery,
Yeah.
cocktail bar,
Right.
just drinking establishments, solely drinking I think we're peaked.
Yeah, because you can do a major league pub crawl, whether you want beer, wine, or cocktails in the whole Arts District.
It would take you a month.
Yeah, you can do it. So we don't need any more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, okay, moving right along.
The last thing I have is just a big time reminder to everyone that our buddies, James Trees and Jake, I think it's Jurgensen, are doing their pastry pop-up at Bar Boheme this Saturday.
At 8 a.m.
Yeah, I should check that. But
I
I
thought
think
it was 9 a.m.
Yeah, show up at 8. Get in line.
Yeah.
I'll confirm it, but I'm almost positive that it is at 8 because it would be. I think they want it closed by the time they open for brunch because now they're doing Saturday brunches.
Well, that makes sense. I'm interested. I want to go, as you know.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. Well,
8 to 11 a.m. July 18th. Be there or be skinny.
Well, if you get there by 10, it'll be sold out. Like we tried
Yeah.
last 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh! Look at these things. I'm just gonna the loaf of bread. Wait. I had a fan ask me to do a trigger warning whenever we're gonna say that word,
Really?
so they can turn the volume down.
What?
I know.
Whenever we say croissant,
Look at that chocolate croissant.
croissant.
Oh my gosh, they all look just great. Just a traditional one. A lot of breads. Guys, if you're a carb fan, be there this Saturday. John, do you have any news?
Do I have any food news you can use? Hold on a second. I want to. Okay. No.
The long and the short of it is no.
No. I was just looking something up of a French word.
Uh-oh.
But and I was going to make the point, which has now been made multiple times on this pod, that between Publicus, 1228 Main, and now what they're doing with Bar Boheme, I mean, the pastry game downtown is stellar. I mean, it's as good or better than anything going on in the Strip.
100%.
And Cafe Brege, does a fantastic job all by its lonesome, sitting out there down on Fort Apache in the Southwest. But you're talking about, if you're into French pastries, on weekends, downtown Las Vegas is the place to be. So
you could do your own little croissant crawl.
Croissant crawl. Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's take
And we've done that.
Oh, my God. I'm still recovering.
Okay.
My doctor did not like that.
Yes, yeah. Well, I had one the other day at Publicus, and that just had my eyeballs rolling back in my head.
Yeah.
And if it had been in our contest a couple years ago, this would win. It was that good. Okay.
Wow. I remember they were a contender.
I know, they were a contender. I think they were in the Final Four. Or maybe not. Or maybe
I don't think they were, but they were in a tough heat at the beginning,
yeah.
I think is what happened. But all right.
Okay, let's are we going to take a quick break and then get back into things?
No, let's do these questions before we take a break.
Okay, yeah, okay.
We've been neglecting some listener questions and comments. So I've got two here. From Instagram, Vegas W2ANDD said, Fontainebleau Comptos tickets to see Mark Anthony at the end of this month. We're thinking date night at Mother Wolf. Are there any must-haves on the menu? I responded quickly with, because I've only been once or twice and sat at the bar, and I get their super thin pizzas because I think they're good and light and kind of just refreshing. I love their polpette de cotta. It's like their beef ragu meatballs or like croquetas kind of. They're really good. And then the gambare in salsa verde. They're spicy shrimp.
That's kind of their signature dish.
Yeah.
And you need to get that, yes.
But as far as pastas and mains, I don't know.
I think all the pastas are knockout pastas.
Okay.
So Evan Funky is known as a pasta master. So you can't go wrong. I mean, go seafood, go meat, whatever. You're not going to go wrong with the pastas. The pizzas are underrated, and that shrimp dish is the must-have. But yeah, I mean, I guess I ate 3 times there before I got, a little bit disgusted with the Fontainebleau and their rip-off prices. But yeah, I mean, I really didn't have a bad bite at Mother Wolf, and it's a big restaurant, but it's very successful, and I would much rather send somebody there than Carbone.
For sure.
Because I think that it's a much more inventive, more interesting food. Carbone's just, doing, rigatoni with vodka sauce, and they're doing a lot of, flamboyant, bells and whistles. But the food is just more interesting at Mother Wolf.
I agree. So there you go. Those are our recs. Another Instagram comment was from Silos 808 pound LB. Taking a road trip, visiting areas like New Haven, Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Maine. Any suggestions on restaurants to check out? And then also making a stop in Chicago. Look, I've only been to Martha's Vineyard once, and it's lovely. There's a lot of lobster rolls and a lot of oysters, but I don't really think food culinary destinations when I'm there.
Well, Nantucket's where I go. Believe it or not, I've never been to Martha's Vineyard. I've been to Nantucket, I think, 15 times in my life. I've never been to Martha's Vineyard. I guess the Obamas just haven't invited me yet.
They just haven't. Don't get on a paddleboard with them. Don't get on a paddleboard.
Yeah, like I need them to dissuade me from a paddleboard. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know the food. I mean, New England is, I wish I could help, but I'm with you. I mean, summertime in New England, eat the lobsters, eat the fresh clams. Go nuts with that. I mean, the food scenes there are good. They're fresh and they're seafood heavy. But I mean, as far as specific recommendations, I can't do it. In Chicago, I would tell you to go to Rick Bayless's restaurant. That's the place I would go.
There you go.
The Topolo Bompo and Frontera Grill.
Yeah.
Those would be the two I would. One is Topolo Bompo is a little more fancy than the Frontera Grill, but if I had a must place to go in Chicago, it would be a Rick Bayless restaurant. Yeah.
And get a Chicago hot dog.
Yeah,
And
go
a
to Portillo's.
slice of- Yeah, come on.
Yeah. You got to. Well, I am not a fan of Chicago deep dish, but you're right about the hot dogs.
You just got to do it. I mean, so
Yeah.
that you can make your own decision about it, okay?
And I would also go to, and I'll tell you a place I love in Chicago, Gene and Georgetti's Steakhouse, which is kind of their golden steer. Okay, it's this old time, old line, wood paneled with giant martinis. Very old school steakhouse menu, but a blast to go there. Just a lot of fun.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Silas, I hope that helped. Now, that's all I've got. Let's take a break. We'll come back.
We'll get into the real meat of the matter,
meat.
which is us discussing lots of restaurants in Las Vegas.
Lots of them. We'll be back.
Lots. People always ask us how this podcast keeps going.
Well, the answer is actually pretty simple.
Ash is a real job.
I do, and thankfully the real job helps pay for all of this.
So a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart to our sponsor, Sam & Ash Injury Law.
Every day, our team helps people who've been injured in accidents stand up to the insurance companies and fight for the compensation they deserve. It's serious work, and it's something I'm incredibly proud to be part of.
Which means when Ash isn't reviewing restaurants,
I'm reviewing insurance policies, medical records, and settlement offers.
So if you've been hurt in an accident, let Sam & Ash take it from there.
Yeah, give us a call, 702-820-1234, or visit samandashlaw.com for a free consultation.
You heard her.
You heard her. Now let's get back to the food.
This is Florian Etienne at Cipriani, Las Vegas. You're listening to Eat, Talk, Repeat.
Boom. All right. All right.
We didn't talk about it at the outset of the show, John, but
look at
I want
this.
everyone to see my spam.
Straight from the streets of Honolulu,
Yes.
right there.
John brought this shirt back for me.
Well, my wife, I think, found it first, so I got to give her credit.
Thank you, Food Gal, for looking out for me. And I kind of love how it looks with this.
Yeah, I think it could be your. You should just get a whole series of them and wear nothing but that,
Spam shirts? Considering how little I eat spam, it would be very weird. But thank you. I love it. And let's get into it, John. You went to...
All right, I'm going to need... Sammy, I'm going to have to ask... Yeah,
You got water?
Yeah, I need... Suddenly, my throat seizes up on me.
That's okay.
It's an occupational hazard in the podcasting business.
I should know better.
I know. I should have grabbed it before we started. Okay. Yeah, okay. I want you to go first because...
Okay, let me go through a couple things. Yeah. So went to Echo Taste Sound, lovely, was sitting there trying to have my religious experience of pancakes, and the couple sitting next to me, they are fans of the show, so big shout out to them. They also have driven out to the Arts District from, as we said, the edge of the earth, which is over by Diamond Spur Provisions.
Wow.
They live over there, but they came down to the Arts District to check out the pancakes that we talked about. So thanks for stopping me in the wild. I love it. That was really nice.
It's always nice when someone says, I listen to your podcast.
And I'm here because of you guys. Yeah, that was great. Then I'm trying to think of...
And if they ever get run over by a truck, you're here for them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're multifaceted.
Yes, I'm here for all of your needs, people. Okay, where did we go? Oh, I just went to Stay Tuned Burgers before starting this. They posted earlier this week about Hatch chili season being in full effect.
Right.
It feels a little early to me.
Yeah, usually it's like mid-August that they start with that.
So, but I didn't complain because I'm a big fan, and they were doing a special, and it was like, come get one until they run out. So I ran over there, and it was very good. But they're out, so don't go looking for them. But they have this, interesting frostbite burger, not burger. It is a PB&J.
Okay.
That they do in the Martin's potato roll. They butter it and they kind of heat it up. But inside, it's grape jelly and a frozen peanut butter puck. So it's cold and hot. It's very interesting. I kind of recommend anyone who finds themselves at the Hard Hat Lounge to order one. And what else?
So it's okay. It's a hot, toasted, buttered hamburger potato bun
PB&J.
with jelly like lining one of the
yeah.
one of the surfaces, and then a frozen peanut butter puck,
Yeah.
and then you bite into it. Is it like peanut butter ice cream?
No, it's peanut butter. It's just hard because it's cold.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not like it's not a puck. Like you're not going to break a tooth on it. But
Okay.
it's like it's a disc of
peanut butter.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
It was the wildest thing. It was fun.
Yeah.
So go check it out.
And so healthy. I mean, you can feel your arteries hardening as
I do.
you're
Yep.
digesting it.
Yeah.
If the green chili cheeseburger didn't do it first.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was brutal. Me and a great crew over there in the afternoon at the Heart Hat Lounge.
So you're hanging. So that's what it's come to now. You just hang out in dive bars during the day, and then you podcast with me, and then you go to court like some highly professional woman. I mean, God, how many hats do you wear?
Endless.
Okay,
Also
so-
went to Elia, authentic Greek Taverna.
And run down everything that you had that I could not have.
Okay, I'm going to try and pronounce them. You can correct me.
Okay, well, this will be fun.
I think you're...
Cue my Greek relatives here.
Yeah, because I know listeners of the show love to give me shit for mispronouncing things.
Oh, yes. Yes. Well, they give me shit for not correcting you.
As they should.
And I go, I'm not that guy.
Yeah, get in his DMs about my shitty pronunciation.
Keftadakia.
Okay, that was the meatballs.
Keftadakia.
Keftadakia. Saganaki.
If you say it, Saganaki. You got to say Saganaki. Say it like my Theo. My tia. Saganaki.
Okay.
Okay.
Taramosalata.
Good. Teramosalata. That's correct.
Which was first time ever having it. It is dip. It's like a hummus, but it's made from cured roe of cod.
Yeah, with
salt, and so it's salty
and with some feta cheese. It's basically it's feta cheese and it's kind of a whipped cheese and cod dip.
Yeah,
it's
I called
really
it fishy hummus,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
Kolokithakia. Kolokithakia, which is fried zucchini.
Very good.
Kolokithakia.
Kolokithakia.
Yeah. I'm sure I'm putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. Also, I'm sure one of my Greek relatives will correct me. Everyone knows this one. Lavraki. Yeah, that's
which
correct.
is very good. The whole grilled sea bass. We had that. The halibut plaki.
Yeah, plaki. They're baked halibut there, which is really, really good.
And it comes in this like garlic, fresh tomato, olive base. Chicken souvlaki. Paidakia. The grilled lamb chops.
Paidakia. Yes, yeah. Just lamb chops, yeah.
And then kind of this sleeper was a dish that Mark over there insisted we have, and it was a salad. It's okantiki.
Okay, that one I saw it and I didn't recognize
maybe
it.
I misspelled it.
And I didn't and I don't know I can't say I know how to pronounce it. It would be
Oikantiki.
Okantiki.
I don't think that's it. But I think I might have gotten hosed by autocorrect.
Dimitri Costa Elias, give me a call. If you're listening, tell me what this is. You know what the Greek word for vegetables are? Green vegetables? That's an easy one.
No.
Horta. Horta. Horta.
Oh, I did get hosed by it's Pikantiki. It's P-I-K.
Oh, Pikantiki. Okay.
Pikantiki, yeah. But overall, it was a lovely meal.
Ketty was there.
Yes.
We love Ketty.
Had a great time.
I mean, and
one of the great gems. And it was
one of the great gems of Las Vegas. And
I just wish I lived closer to it. I would eat there all the time.
Well, our friends, the Kims, they live right across the street.
I would be there.
They could walk over.
It was really lovely. Before that, we were at Crush Pad, which is the wine bar that is on Sahara. It used to be, I forget, Partage used to have it. And we discussed what the name was last night, but I forget again. And
EATT, eat.
No, there's something after it. It's like a wine bar by Partage or something. Yeah. And we had the jambon beurre, the pizza, the margarita and salami, which is a $24 raping. I will tell you that. And
yes, it was.
It was undercooked, and it was $24, and it was just bananas.
Yeah, I thought the food was awful.
Yeah, and then there was country music. So you couldn't think.
and if
And the guy was actually good. That was the hard part. Is I was like, you're actually a great country music singer. It's just time, place.
let's just put it this way. Okay? Country music and wine bars go together like a Bach concerto and monster truck racing. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
it just the cluelessness of restaurant and bar owners never ceases to amaze me.
I just wish at some point everyone gets to be at a wine bar with John when some country musician starts to play live music, because you could see the steam coming out.
Yeah,
of your ears.
I was not a happy guy, and we were all set to, and we ran up a hefty tab as it was. We were all set to stay there longer, and I'm like, you have got to be effing kidding me. I mean, and I will say no more. But when they tell you.
It was frustrating. It was a large group to say goodbye to our buddy Pascal, and you just couldn't think, you couldn't talk.
Yeah,
and so
and he's playing Johnny Cash. He sounds good, and he plays Garth Brooks. He sounds good, but I don't want to listen to this guy.
Yeah,
playing country music in my ear when I'm sipping on a nice grower champagne, rosé champagne. It's just nuts. Okay, so that was that. Crush Pad, you've probably lost me for good.
Hung up on wine.
Yeah, let's.
You ready to talk about that?
Yeah, as long as we're on a wine bar jag right here. Let's. Our buddy Bruce lives in Jewel, downtown here, right?
Bonneville,
a little bit north of, a few blocks north where we are right here. So a little bit north of the Arts District. Jewel is a nice, classy apartment condo building right there, and. Right next door to the bus station. That's a nice clientele you want to have drifting by your place of business all the time. Mm-hmm. Always so well dressed.
So it's called Hung Up on Wine because the owner is Hung Nguyen, who is the former manager sommelier from the Rio's wine cellar tasting room. And
for many years, yes.
20 years he was there, basically.
He's a charming fellow, too. Really nice guy.
Enthusiastic, clearly is passionate about wine and just wants everyone to try everything and enjoy wine as much as he does. Because
and we ordered like 2 glasses of wine, and we ended up drinking like 5. I mean, he was just try this.
And here's a margarita while you're at it. It was endless, and
it was fun. And the stuff he poured, the what was it, the white Pinot Noir.
White Pinot Noir.
Some really interesting things that you just don't come across in wine bars and things. And there's another really odd.
It was an orange Chardonnay, so it was.
Yeah, it was
skin contact Chardonnay.
Right, and it was kind of almost in the natural wine category. I think he didn't call it that, but I think
because it was French. It wasn't natural, but it was like you hear orange.
Yeah, but natural
wine,
wines can be orange wines can be French. I mean, but that's just a category. But it was very interesting, and everything he poured us like try this was wonderful, and I like the list. He has all kinds. He has like traditional stuff, and if you want to go. Really interesting
off the res,
off the res, offbeat stuff, and at all price points. I mean, nice glasses of wine of interesting stuff for $14 a glass. Not $25 that you pay on the Strip, and the food I thought was remarkably good.
Yeah, so it was funny. We kind of asked him like, "Who's doing your cooking?" And he just basically said him and his partner came up with the menu of food items that they thought would pair best with their wines. And so he's got like kimchi, dumplings. He has meatballs, spaghetti. There was also
he does a chicken parm,
a
porterhouse, a
tomahawk,
yeah.
And then he's got 2 flatbreads. The one was a prosciutto and peach. I think it was a peach and prosciutto one, and then shrimp scampi, which the food gal insisted we order, and I
thought this is going to be awful.
Same. I thought it was like almost one of these. I was like, she's setting them up to fail with this order,
right,
but
right.
Okay.
And we all went, this is really good.
Yeah, it kind of blew us away. It's a really nice build out. Service was friendly and attentive. I'm trying to think of anything else. It's on the wrong side of Charleston right now for me.
That's the little
shrimp
scampi flatbread, which kind of knocked us out how good it was.
Yeah, it had a great cream base and garlic flavor
and a nice crust. I mean, everything about But I don't understand. I mean, he's such a nice guy, and he did a build out. Remember, this used to be before your time. This was Le Pho, the Kai Vu's award-winning Vietnamese restaurant. Kai Vu originally had the District 1 and Le Pho downtown and a couple other places. His family owned Fusso 1 was their family-owned place for many decades. And Kai Vu, like we're talking pre-COVID, 2018, 17, he won all these awards as this innovative, ingenious Vietnamese restaurateur doing all this fusion food and classic and Pan-Asian food, and then he left town. He closed all his restaurant and left town. And where Hung Up on Wine is the old Le Pho, right just 2 blocks south of the City Hall. And then there's the bus station on the other side of it, and it's
I think it's 3rd and Bonneville, right?
Yeah, near the courthouse,
Yep.
just a few blocks from the courthouse and the City Hall. And he's kept kind of the bones of the old Vietnamese restaurant, but really spruced it up. The furniture inside is really nice. It's really comfortable. Long bar, cushy couches. Wine theme throughout, but very nicely done. Mm-hmm. I was impressed by the minute I walked in the place, and I'm eating the food and drinking this interesting wine and talking to this charming Vietnamese sommelier with all these great ideas and this great taste. And I'm just thinking, where's he going to get his customers?
Yeah, I mean, the food gal was saying, she's like, no one goes out after work anymore for happy hours, and it would be a great spot for all the courthouse employees and lawyers to go gather in the early 2000s.
Yeah. When the good generations in the 90s knew how to go out and socialize.
Yes.
Now they all just go home. In fact, I texted a bunch of people at City Hall with whom I used to work, up until 2 years ago, and asked them, and a couple of them knew about it, but they hadn't gone, and it's like, that's be like pulling teeth to get them to show up at a place like that.
But they've got the captive audience above them, so hopefully.
Yeah. And maybe it catches on as sort of a wine bar. I like it. I love Garage East, but Garage East is for wine nerds only. Mm-hmm. This place is for wine nerds and wine novices who maybe want to get a more expansive bite to eat.
Absolutely.
So I'm hung up on wine. Give it a shout if you're downtown, or give it a look. Okay. Crush Pad, I've bagged on that.
So I only have Bob Taylor's in class, Vermuteria left.
Well, I'm going to make you carry the ball on Bob Taylor's, because that was probably my 30th visit to Bob Taylor's over the years, and it was your first. So I'm curious as to what you have to say about it.
Well, it was funny. I mean, we were all sitting around one day, and I just I think I caught everyone maybe while they were 4 glasses deep in wine, and I asked everyone, I go, have you guys been to Bob Taylor's ranch house? And you were the only one who had already been. So I've never been, and then our friends and the food gal had never been. So we all agreed that we were going to take the trek and go visit
out to the middle of nowhere.
And
what used to be the middle of nowhere.
My favorite thing was, while we were sitting around the table, you guys were like, get a reservation. And I go to the website and it go click for reservation, and it goes call. There's no online reservation system. You have to call the restaurant to get your reservation.
Old school, baby.
We drove out there. We took a bunch of wine with us, and it is quite the establishment. You can tell it predates everything that is now built up around it. It is truly an old school ranch style house that is a restaurant.
And from what I can tell, and remember, I started going there in 1981. Mm-hmm. That's how long ago I started there, and it was 25 years old then. Nothing has changed about the place. I mean, and I don't mean that's a bad thing. It's still nicely manicured outside. Mm-hmm. It's got the Old West theme. You drive through the old ranch style,
the outpost
at the beginning, and then the big sign, and then they have the gardens in front, in the manicured lawn, and you have the little walk up with the picket fence, and you walk in, and it's straight into a 1970s time warp. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah, there's wood paneled walls. You smell, like right when you get out of your car, you can smell the mesquite.
Yeah, yes. Mesquite burning. Yeah.
And so we went in, and like you said, it was just kind of very vintage, old school, low tables, old movie posters, but everyone was happy to be there. Everyone was smiling. Really, the service was kind of the standout star of it all. And
She was great. I never got her name, but she was fantastic.
she really was. And they thought we were there for a celebration, and we were like, nope, just Saturday.
We have like all these wine bottles we're putting on the table. They go, somebody's birthday? Nah,
No,
it's Saturday.
And I don't know, it was one of those things, like, I had so much fun. The food was mid, but it was
Yeah.
absolutely great.
Yeah, that's what I said to you. I think I said last night to you. It's one of those things where I would go, like the chicken parm I had. I ordered the chicken parm. It was pretty terrible, and I loved it.
Yes, exactly. I don't know how else to put it. It was
Yeah.
all just pretty okay, but we
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, and they get in and out, and I mean some of the things like don't bother with the lobster bisque, and the salad is pretty something, standard again. So much of the menu hasn't changed. The move there, just so you know, is the smoked prime rib.
Absolutely.
Get the smoked prime rib. It's not that. I think the big cut I think is $55 or something like that.
Yeah, none of the prices were outlandish.
The steaks were all in the $40 and $50 range. I think.
Yeah.
And but get the big cut of the prime rib, and you will not be disappointed. I'll put it up there with anybody's in town. The steak was, the lobster bisque. The chicken parm I enjoyed, even though I hated it.
Yeah. We ordered the half rack of ribs as an appetizer because you have to.
And they were good too.
They were very
Yeah,
good.
Yeah.
We did the fried mozzarella.
Fried mozzarella.
Mozzarella sticks. How do you screw those up?
Yeah.
You don't.
The crab cakes were mid. I wouldn't. I mean, just look around. Anybody who orders crab cakes in that area got to be insane. You're in the middle of the Dust Bowl of the high Mojave Desert, and you're getting crab cakes.
Yep.
And they weren't bad, but they were just little pucks of crab that were deep fried and just standard issue.
Yeah, we got the twin 8-ounce pork chops also. And the fun thing
And the
was,
food gal loved the pork chops. Yeah. I thought they were a little dry. She finished them, and she kept saying, these are great. And she must have said it 10 times.
Yep.
So,
and then
the desserts were pretty good.
the desserts. So like you said, the play is the smoked prime rib. Get the fresh and the cream horseradish. You will have a blast.
Right.
And literally. And then also we loved the ranch house potatoes.
That's true. I
They
forgot
were
about
like
this.
it was their version of potatoes au gratin. It was just like cheesy and yummy. And then we did desserts, and I loved the carrot cake, and I don't even like carrot cake, but I finished it. So Bob Taylor's, it's so much fun. It's a must go for everyone who's in town. The food is not the star; it's the whole package.
Just
it's the
being
je ne
there.
sais quoi.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. It just puts you in a mind of, and I mean, I tweeted out about my history. I've talked about it here, being there with Tony Spilatro back in the '80s, and that's where my then wife had her last meal before she. We had a steak dinner there, and she looked at me during dinner and went, she was like 9.5 months pregnant. She went, I think it's happening. So I always remember. She remembers to this day Bob Taylor's as inducing labor. But it's a good time. So you have to judge it for what it is, and you're right. Food's not the star, but would I go back? Yes, and it's open for lunch. And there's only $15 corkage, right?
Yeah, it was $15 corkage.
Yeah, and they were very accommodating with that, and our server was fantastic, and she kind of a sassy older gal, but she knew how to move the table along and be really friendly and helpful. So that's all you could ask for.
And then we left there, and you wanted to show off your new favorite place, which is class, the Vermuteria.
Vermuteria. Let me call up my buddy Steve and ask him how to pronounce that.
Yes,
okay?
please. Also, the owner there,
Joseph
Latazzi,
exactly,
was a star. He wanted to make sure we knew everything and anything there was to know about vermouths in town, and to show how he's trying to change the game. And he thinks that it could be something that attracts the younger crowd because they're lower ABV cocktails. But we had a great time. We did a tasting. I ordered my Singapore Sling because I think it's just fun that.
And now you know where it began?
I knew where it began before, the Raffles.
In Singapore.
Yeah.
In the year?
Oh, God.
1915.
1915. That I didn't know.
Yes.
I knew about Raffles.
These things are important.
But yeah, that was so much fun. And apparently they get a late night crowd with the industry people. So.
Right. And it's a nice build out. I had a good time. It's again, he's got a great concept. He's a passionate guy, and I love the drinks. I love the vermouths. I mean, it's not the kind of place you're just going to stumble into on your way home from work.
You've got to intend to be there.
Yeah,
You're not going
yeah.
to just find it.
And the food gal keeps telling me, quit saying it's right next door to Blue Haven Pools, which it is, because that's the big sign at Decatur and Charleston. She wants me to say it's right behind the Honey Baked Ham store.
It is.
Yeah, and in her mind, the Honey Baked Ham store is more of a familiar landmark than the Blue Haven Pools. I just look, you can just see the Blue Haven Pool sign inside the shopping center there. But it's an obscure location, no matter what signpost you use to find it.
Yeah, but the build out's really nice. The chairs are comfy and the bathrooms are clean, and you've got passionate people working there. So
Yeah.
what more do you want?
So give it a go and learn all about vermouths. And you don't walk out of there with a spinning head, that's for sure, unless you want to. Okay, so that's that. Well, you've taken up the bulk of the time with the.
I know.
I'm proud of you. You're all grown up. Ada's. I think I did talk about Ada's because we
didn't.
talked. We did because I talked about the world's greatest appetizer is that sous vide lemon pepper pork rib.
But
Yes,
I
I talked about that last week. I did. Okay. Anyway.
I don't even listen to our own show.
I know.
But it's
Well,
okay.
Swaad, Swaad, had a perfectly fine dinner there early night. Hardly any customers. Nice build out. It's on Shift Drive behind Spring Mountain Road. It used to be a Yunnan restaurant. Food Gal's in kind of a little fight with them right now because they double charged us. I don't know if that ever happens to you. I don't think they did it intentionally. But, we bought our dinner there. And then 3 days later, she gets her bill. Like this was a week ago. She goes, well, we got the charge and there's a second charge. So they double charged it. So she's been fighting with the credit card company and them to get it reversed all day. I don't know how that happens. But yeah, it happened. But I'm not necessarily bagging on the restaurant. It's just a perfectly fine Indian restaurant. I like the food there, even if it did give me a little, that
that Indian food love that lingers.
That lingers. Yeah. And that's always kind of a conundrum when you have a really good meal, but then you realize that the meal is, let's say, revealing itself to you in over multiple hours later. You kind of wonder. Yeah, but I enjoyed Swaad. I'm not sure I'm going to go back there, but it's there, and it's an alternative Indian restaurant if you're looking for that kind of food, which doesn't show up that often in Las Vegas, except at the higher end like Tamba and Gymkhana, of course. Bob Taylor's, you handled.
Did you go to Life's a Bagel?
Yeah, let me just say, I've probably gone to Life's a Bagel for the last time too. It's just, okay, this is. The bagels are fine. I don't know. There's no tactful way to say this. It's the strangest group of people that come into that place. The worst dressed, misshapen, out of shape, overweight, tattooed, dirty T-shirted. And it's in the heart of Summerlin. It's in the heart of affluence land. I'm sitting there eating this bagel, and I've noticed this before because this is not my first time there. I go, where do all these? But most of the customers look like they're one step away from Skid Row, and I'm going, and really plus-sized people here, and what you get is plus-size older people, which is weird because it's one thing to see an obese, a morbidly obese 30 or 40-year-old, but when you start seeing them in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, and in cut-off shorts and raggedy T-shirts, coming in and walking out with a bag of bagels, you just kind of wonder what's going on here. And all I can think of, it's probably the cheapest place to get bread in Summerlin. So that's the people who, the bargain basement types, go there. I don't know, but it's one of these things where
it's next to a Smith's. What do you expect?
But it's actually a nice, but it's a nice Smith's. It's right there in the heart of Summerlin, which is where all the big houses are and the rich people. And I'm watching this, and it's a steady stream of this. It was just, I said on Twitter, it's like I'm sitting in the bar at Star Wars, okay? What grotesque human being is going to walk in next? I mean,
what took you up there is what I
because I wanted a bagel, and I like the bagels there, and I've always liked the bagels there. But it was just such a strange.
That is a trek for a bagel, John.
Yeah, it is, especially because we have New York bagel right around the corner. We were up there for anyway. So
okay, well.
okay, I've said it, but I mean, sometimes I guess the lesson learned is sometimes a clientele of a place can make you lose your appetite.
Oh. Well,
sad but true. And you can vilify me all you want, folks, and say everybody's beautiful in their own way. No, they're not. Okay, not when they're 150 pounds overweight in a dirty T-shirt. Okay, and 63 years old. Okay, I'm sorry. By then you should know better. So that's that. So life's a bagel. Publicos.
So life's a bagel,
and that's that. Okay. So, but we're here to give you our unvarnished opinions. You can.
I mean, the highs from this past week. Obviously, Bob Taylor's Ranch House.
Right.
Class
was good. Hung up on wine is great. I mean,
we're rooting for all of these places, and Elia.
Yeah, Elia is always good. But finally, I just want a quick aside. Publicos. With this heat, these places sometimes get stressed. They had a blowout of their heater, of their air conditioning. Wasn't their air conditioning shut down. The power went off to the whole block or something,
man.
And it took. And this was last Sunday, and it took. They were all the tenants are complaining because it's just like the power is out, and they get told by Nevada Power that it's Sunday, and Chemo, the owner of Publicos, says. You're Nevada Power. The power isn't like a Monday to Friday thing. You know what I mean?
We don't get weekends off.
Yeah, weekend power doesn't take Sundays off. He literally
Sabbath.
said they looked at it like they said, "Well, it's Sunday." We were like, "Yeah."
I still
do your job, Nevada Power.
I still need my scone. Damn it.
Yeah. So anyway, so we had some highlights this week, and not fancy stuff. But I kind of like this. We were a little more everyman. We're in there.
Salt to the earth, people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're with you. I'm a man for the people, even if I'm not a man of the people. Okay.
Be in this world, not of this world.
There you go. Okay, and so I don't have any pet peeves. You've heard my pet peeves.
You've heard them all.
Music, fat people in restaurants. No, fat, morbidly obese people. Old, fat, morbidly obese people who in T-shirts.
Yep.
And music. Those are my pet peeves of the week.
Country music.
It's music in wine bars. No, absolutely.
It's like a classy jazz.
Well, okay. If it was like a soft, mellow background stuff, yeah. But suddenly in the middle of opening up expensive bottles of wine to hear Garth Brooks.
It's your Delilah theory. Do not compete with the senses.
Right. I hear that train coming around the bend. No, that doesn't go with Chardonnay. It does not.
And on that note.
Good night, Canada. Bon appetit, mes amis.